Then Jesus went to his disciples to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to them, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." We understand that the reason why Jesus took his disciples to Gethsemane was to pray. And in a large city as Jerusalem, at the time of the Passover in Israel, there were hundreds of thousands of people. So Gethsemane was a quiet place where they could be alone. What do we learn from this? We need to seek quiet moments, quiet places where we can pray to God uninterrupted.
Amen.
That we can pray to God with no interruptions. Not with our phones ringing or beeping or making all kinds of noises. And if I may say this hour in church, we should leave our phones outside or turn them off, at least for this little bit of time, so that we can listen to what God is saying. It is a good idea to leave our cell phones in the car and go for a few hours to a spiritual retreat. This church is big enough. If anybody would like to come here and have a spiritual retreat, it's very quiet and you will be comfortable. In a retreat, we need to think about how are we preparing for death. Let us not neglect this thought, because all of us need to be prepared to die. If this pandemic taught us something, is that death doesn't make exceptions. Death can come to anybody at any time. So when we go to this spiritual retreat, we can ask a few questions. What am I doing to improve my relationship with God? That's the more important question, most important. And if that's the only question to ask during that retreat, that's great. Bring your paper, your pencil. God will talk to you. Another question is, how can I improve my relationship with my loved ones? I hear and I read a lot on Facebook about how relationships are going bad. How some people can't get along with their spouses or partners or children or in-laws. So this could be a good opportunity to think about it. How can I improve my relationship with the people around me? And last, am I doing the will of God? Sometimes our decisions are just that, our decisions. Are you doing the will of God? If somebody would ask me that, I would say it with a very strong yes. I may even jump and say, oh yes, yes. Because that brings joy to my life and I have peace in my heart.
Amen.